While RVing can certainly be a year-round affair, for some, it's time to put them away when temperatures start to drop. To prevent serious damage to your RV from frozen waste pipes, burst water lines, cracked fittings, and more, it's extremely important to properly winterize your RV if it's being stored in below freezing temps. Because of this, I highly recommend having your RV winterized by the trusted service professionals at your local Camping World. However, if you decide to take it on yourself, this video will be a step-by-step guide to winterizing an RV. Before we start, bear in mind that every RV is a little different and some may have additional items that are harder to winterize, like an ice maker and a refrigerator or a dishwasher, for example. But this video will cover the basics, so let's dive in. For proper winterization, you'll need the following tools and supplies: a cordless power drill with a number 2 square tip driver bit, a socket wrench and 1 1/16 inch socket, a flashlight, new anode rod or plastic plug, 3 to 4 gallons of antifreeze, as a little extra never hurts, 2 crescent wrenches or a set of open end wrenches, a siphoning kit if the pump is not already equipped, and a water heater bypass kit if not already equipped. Lastly, a set of needle nose pliers or a screwdriver. Step 1 is to drain and flush the black and gray tanks. We want to remove all wastewater so it won't freeze in the termination pipes over the winter. Step 2 is to drain and flush out the sediment in the water heater. To flush out the heater, first hook up city water to your RV but have the water turned off. Next, use your socket wrench to remove the anode rod or plug in the heater and allow the tank to drain. Once drained, turn the water pressure on and let the heater flush out the sediment for 2 to 3 minutes. If there are any major obstructions, turn the water off, clear the obstruction with needle nose pliers or a screwdriver, and turn the water back on to allow the rest of the sediment to be washed out. This also is a good opportunity to examine the anode rod if your water heater uses one. If the anode rod is mostly sacrificed, then dispose of it and have a new one on hand to install in the spring. You should leave the anode rod or plug out until the RV is ready to be used again. Next up is step 3, which is to locate the water heater and subsequently install or activate the water heater bypass by putting the valves in the correct configuration so we don't fill up the water heater with antifreeze. To find the water heater, locate where the water heater service door is on the outside of the RV and try to line that up with where it would be inside. You'll most likely have to remove an access panel, which can be accomplished using your drill and square tip driver. Once the panel is removed, adjust the valves so as to bypass the water heater. Step 4 is to drain the fresh tank and low point drains. Be sure the water pressure is off before removing the plug and draining the freshwater tank. It is also a good idea to open the faucets to help facilitate flow. When finished, close all the faucets and plug the low point drains. Step 5 is to locate the water pump. Attach the siphoning kit, or if equipped, locate the siphoning hose. Then take the siphoning hose, put it in your gallon of antifreeze, and open up the valve. You'll want to turn on the water pump to allow the antifreeze to start flowing through the system. Step 6 is to start opening faucets and valves on the outside of the RV, beginning with the lowest one and working your way up. Open the low point drain valves or loosen the low point drain plugs on your RV to allow water to slowly run out until it turns pink, and then close the valves or retighten the plugs. Next, turn on any outside showers or exterior kitchen faucets. It doesn't matter if you start with the hot or cold side first, but be sure to run one until the water runs pink, close it, and then do the same to the other side. For step 7, we'll head inside and continue the process from the last step, starting by opening any toilets and holding them open until you see antifreeze. Then move on to all sink faucets and showers and do the same as we did in step 5 by opening both the hot and cold side one at a time until the water runs pink. The final step, step 8, is to pour antifreeze down all P-traps like your sinks and showers, as well as a good amount down the toilet so the exterior termination pipes don't freeze. And you are done. Much like an in-ground sprinkling system, if performed properly, winterizing your RV will protect it from freezing temperatures and all the problems that come along with it, like extensive water damage and expensive repairs. If you want to eliminate any worries that come along with the winterization process, and be sure it is done correctly for your specific RV, then you can always bring your RV into your local Camping World and have it winterized by trained and specialized service technicians. Thanks for joining me, folks. I'm Ian Baker, and if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe and come back for more helpful tips and how-to information.